Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Today we'll be covering a lot, including what's the future of Turner Classic Movies? Is this the next channel to shut down? Paramount is looking at sell BET and VH1. We'll have a full update on what's happening with that and a free month of Paramount Plus if you're a new customer with a special code. We'll talk about all this and a whole lot more here in a minute. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these services, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there so you can read about them yourself over at cordcuttersnews.com. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, helping us support our families here, and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of cable TV. So if you could, just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know. We would really appreciate it. All right, let's dive into the story, starting off with what's the future of Turner Classic Movies? A lot of people are worried about it. Could it be shutting down? Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, I butchered it. Three very famous directors. I apologize. My dyslexia kills me sometimes. But there's a lot are trying to save it, and they've actually reached out and had a personal meeting with the head of Warner Brothers Discovery about making sure Turner Classic Movies doesn't go away. This comes as pretty much the entire, or at least a large portion of the leadership team behind Turner Classic Movies has been cut. And these cuts led many to wonder what's the future. So Steven Spielberg and two other large directors set up an emergency phone call with the CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery to fight to save the channel and how important it is to them with this. And it does raise questions though. As more and more of these classic movies, I mean, Turner Classic Movies is awesome, but most of it just reruns of older content that's now available on Max and other places. How much longer until channels start shutting down in mass? I predict it will happen pretty quickly. But they've had a phone call and they said they were pleased with it. What that means is we're not sure, but they do seem to be happy with how the phone call went, and they're looking at their options to try to say, how can we save this channel and not have it shut down? A lot of people absolutely love it. It's actually one of the channels we get a lot of questions about. Hey, how do I watch Turner Classic Movies? People love those classic movies, even though they're on Max and different services, there's a lot. Just to turn it on and have a selection of classic movies is really nice. I think that's why you see so many free live channels on like Tubi, Pluto TV, the Roku channel, Freevee, and more. It's because people love just turning on their TV and having classic movies or shows there. We'll see how it all plays out. But Turner Classic Movies is definitely in a tough spot with their leadership team gone. We'll see what happens. All right, Paramount is in talks to sell BET Plus, the streaming service there, and VH1, which was moved under the BET management team not that long ago. It's Tyler Perry is reportedly interested in buying it, but there's reports that when the price kind of came down, it's rumored to be around $3 billion for all three networks plus the streaming service, the two networks and the streaming service, that he may not be interested at that price, which is understandable. You can be 100% serious, want to buy something, but if the price is not right, I fully understand it. Because he has to say, hey, I need to be able to make a profit off of this to be able to pay the staff of these networks. And this raises a question for me. What's the future of especially VH1 in particular if this sale doesn't go through? Will Warner Brothers Discovery, if they're unable to find a buyer for BET and VH1, keep both networks? If I had to pick between the two, which one will probably be on the chopping block first, it's probably VH1. Though I could be wrong. I'd definitely be wrong on things like this past. Pure personal opinion on this, folks, from looking at the situation. But we'll keep a close eye on this. The sale is in deep talks. They're still negotiating. It's far from a done deal. But the $3 billion price point is reportedly definitely a big issue for Tyler Perry interest in buying it. We'll see if Paramount is willing to come down a little bit maybe, or maybe they'll work out some type of other deals to make it worthwhile. Maybe a different percentage split. Very well could be Tyler Perry buys a majority control. Paramount becomes a minority partner and keeps a foot in the door to help fund this deal. Speaking of Paramount, if you want a free month of Paramount Plus, just as Showtime content will be added next month to Paramount Plus, there is a special code in the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to a post where you can get a free month for new customers of Paramount Plus right now. Star Trek Strange New World Season 2. I've heard absolutely amazing things. Anybody watching it? What's your review? What's your thoughts? Leave me a comment. Let me know. All right. Another post I want to bring to your attention, we won't go too far into depth, is Lending Tree released their top credit cards for cord cutters. These are credit cards that offer specific benefits of streaming services. For example, some of them offer up to 5% back on eligible streaming services and more out there. So you can go out there and get some great deals on credit cards that offer you a cash back or other bonus for cord cutting services. Check it out. Link in the show notes down below if you want up to 5% on different purchases down there. Check that out. I highly recommend being careful with credit cards. Credit cards used wisely is fine. Credit cards used unwisely can be dangerous. But if you are looking to use a credit card, or you're looking to use the ability to get some special bonuses related to your streaming services, check out the show notes down below. All right, Sling TV Free Stream is adding 8 new free channels. Now, every time I post a story about Sling TV Free Stream, somebody comments about how this is bunk, Sling TV is not free. And you're right and wrong. Sling TV has both now a free tier, which has tons of free content like Pluto TV, Tubi, Freevee, the Roku channel, and more, a bunch of on-demand movies, and over 400 live channels for free. And it also has a paid tier, which gets you things like ESPN, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, etc. So if you're looking for either premium live content from cable networks, or if you're looking for the ability to get a bunch of free stuff, you may want to check out Sling TV. It's now available on the Fire TV. It's now available on Android for the Sling Free Stream. Also available on Roku and other devices. Check it out. It's actually a really good lineup of content out there, 100% free with your Sling TV app. You can create an account, save favorites, and more through it. So check that out. But they added 8 new channels, including True Histories, Baywatch, The Price is Right, Bob Barker era, a Maximum Effort channel from Fubo, Unbeing, Family Feud Classic, The Three Stooges, and MotorVision.tv. A lot of great content here available through Sling TV Free Stream. I think it's over 400 channels now, so check that out. All right, let's keep moving along. The federal government has been giving a lot of cash to internet service providers, but there's one issue here. One of the big complaints a lot of people have had is most of this cash has gone to the big internet service providers, cutting out many of the smaller ones. You're seeing things like Comcast and Spectrum, AT&T getting a lot of money to build out their networks, but smaller internet providers are not getting as big of a chunk. Now, there's a few arguments here, right? Comcast, Spectrum, AT&T have larger markets, larger areas to build out than smaller internet service providers. So understandably, they may get more of the money. But there's definitely a push out there to try to convince the federal government to give more money to smaller internet service providers to help get competition out there. We'll see how it goes. But it's definitely one of those chicken and egg kind of issues. The bigger the company, the more areas they could quickly move into. The understandable that they may win more bids. The smaller the company, the smaller their footprint, the understandable that they may have smaller wins when it comes out to these free cash. But the federal government's given billions out to help expand high-speed internet. We'll see how it all plays out. But high-speed internet is a big push from the federal government right now and from many states. So we'll see how it plays. All right, this weekend, if you're watching this on Friday, you only have about 2 days left, today and tomorrow. On Sunday, Peacock will no longer be free for most Comcast customers. There's 2 exceptions. If you have a gig internet service from Comcast, you will be able to keep it for 2 more years, free Peacock. If you're a Diamond or Platinum level in the Comcast Rewards program, you're able to keep it also. But beyond that, you're going to lose it. Now, if you have one of their devices, if you're a Comcast TV or use one of their streaming players, you're able to ask into the remote, say Peacock, and be able to get Peacock for just $3 a month. But if you want to keep Peacock, you're going to have to start paying. If you don't want to keep Peacock and you are a Comcast customer, you may want to start binge watching tonight all kinds of programs so that come Sunday when it's no longer available, you're happy with whatever you got out of it. But yes, Comcast is ending the free Peacock. This comes as this fall. They're diving farther into sports, and they definitely want people to pay so they can afford all the sports stuff. All right, last story of the day, a deal of the day. The Fire TV Stick, the standard HD version, can be got for just $16.99. Now, there's a few catches here. Number 1 being you must be an Amazon Prime member. Number 2 being you have to qualify, and Amazon's a little vague in how you qualify. Some people have said they were able to get it, some people are not. I am eligible. How Amazon decides my account is eligible, I do not know. But there is a promo code that you have to enter at checkout Or if you see underneath the price, you can redeem it right there. You know, you get those 30% off coupons and more. But that will bring that will take $23 off the Fire TV stick, making it just $16.99. Again, you have to be an Amazon Prime customer. You have to qualify. I'm not sure how they decide who qualifies, but if you do qualify, $16.99, great deal. Well, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. We'll be back here with a special video this weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with another Cord Cutting Today. Take care, be safe, have a fun day, everybody.